And we're live. Hold up. 1 second. It's doing this commercial thing. Okay, there we go. And we're live. Welcome, everyone, to Pilot Dump, the show where people get to read the first drafts of their pilots first time with a bunch of excellent actors to sell this stuff. This is a first draft. This is the first time it's being heard out loud in front of a live audience. You, the live audience and the loyal audience. Thank you very much. Hold up. This is in the pilot, and this is courtesy of the Pack Theater, the Pack Theater Twitch channel. So they're a comedy theater. They teach comedy. If you are interested in learning sketch or improv or even writing pilots, I recommend after watching this, checking out their website and just learn, because that's where we're all to here until we die. So this is Hector Hex, my animated pilot about sorcery. Think of it as Doctor Strange, but stupid. And here is my wonderful cast here to introduce themselves and the roles they are playing. And go.
Hello, my name is Brian Carey, and I'll be playing Hector Hex, the sorcerer who's stupid.
Hi, I'm Ayla Glass, and I am playing Ali Kazam.
Hello, my name is Patrick Gremia, and I'm going to be playing Little Orphan Digby and some additional cast. Woohoo!
I think it's me. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm Eric Wargo, and I'll be playing Basteroth and a bunch of other cool kids. See you.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. My name is Matt Muller. I'm going to be playing the character Monty, as well as a couple more additional cast.
And hey, I'm Elisa Ellis, and I'm going to be playing Jessica Nightfox and a few additional folks.
And I am Andrew Parker Scott, the author of this piece, and I will be doing stage directions and additional voices on my own. So, without further ado, I bring you Hector Hex. Cold open, exterior, Paris night. The Eiffel Tower silhouetting the Paris skyline. A couple of newlyweds canoodle in the foreground.
I can't believe we're honeymooning in Paris. It's magical.
That's not all that's magical.
He pulls her in closer. Then a violent lightning storm illuminates the sky. On a rooftop, an evil sorcerer leads a chant with his followers. The clouds swirl open to reveal a portal. A sinister Lovecraftian monster leers through the opening.
Hold, my brothers! Through our master's power, we will rule over the ashes of the earth.
An energy blast strikes at the sorcerer's feet.
Who dares?
Who else?
With magical grace, a regal man, 30s, descends from the sky. He's clad in fine clothes, a radiant cape, and the most self-satisfied grin you've ever seen. This is Hector Hex.
Hector Hex, I should have known your aristocratic ass would interfere.
Then you should have given up already.
Obliterate this obstruction.
The other sorcerers ascend to his level. They whip out an assortment of magical weapons and spells. Hector yawns in defiance. They attack. He immediately counters with a magic spell.
Eye of Ra!
He summons a large hieroglyphic eye that blasts an enemy.
Spear of Achilles!
He summons a magical spear that snags two others in tandem and pins their bodies to the Arc de Triomphe.
Cup of Gilgamesh!
A magical jockstrap appears and wraps itself around a henchman's face. He struggles to get it off, but it gets tighter.
Oh, God, no! It's still my wife. I always loved her. Sister.
Blam! He blasts his own head off. Hector lands to confront the evil sorcerer.
Honestly, your henchmen are as cheap and flimsy as your ceremonial robes. Let me guess, post-holiday sale at Spirit Halloween?
The sorcerer rips a price tag off his sleeve.
Spare me the catty repartee.
Catty? I was going for domineering wit.
How's this for a rejoinder then, you arrogant prick?
The evil sorcerer attacks him with an energy blast. They trade blows back and forth while in the background, the monster slowly climbs through the portal. Hector barely holds off a prolonged energy blast. He drops to his knees under its power.
The great Hector Hex on his knees. You might have stood a chance if you brought some reinforcements.
A hex works alone!
He lets loose a massive energy blast that knocks the evil sorcerer off his feet. It goes straight up into the sky and towards the Lovecraftian monster, striking its knee, causing it to slip.
What the? Oh, shit.
It falls from the sky and chunk. It's impaled headfirst on the Eiffel Tower. Its body crumbles lifelessly to the ground. A geyser of slime gushes over the newlyweds from earlier. The evil sorcerer stares in shock.
Oh no!
Hector inspecting his shirt sleeves.
These cuffs are ruined. Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a fitted shirt for a man with a slim frame? Disastrous.
End of cold open. Act 1. Exterior, city streets, night. A wet night in a crowded metropolis. People hustle back and forth, all in a hurry to get somewhere fun. An unassuming old man moves at his own pace through the crowd and cuts into a littered back alley. He approaches a blank brick wall. He turns his coat inside out, revealing it as a magical robe. He then conjures a pointed hat out of the air, completing the ensemble. He knocks on the brick wall. A slit slides open, revealing a pair of eyes. Another slit below opens, revealing a mouth.
Say the magic words.
Alan Moore needs a beard trim.
Accepted. Welcome to the toil and trouble.
The door forms an outline and swings open. We follow him in. Interior, the toil and trouble, continuous. A cluttered tavern overstuffed with wizards, witches, mystics, and various magical creatures. At a booth in the far corner, Hector Hex drinks with two friends.
You should have seen it. The entire Shade Brotherhood summoning an elder god to rend our world asunder. Fortunately, I arrived just in time and was able to topple the monster.
And Ali Kazam, 30s, who looks like a cross between a Vegas magician and a goth witch, is very, very blunt.
Impaled said elder god on one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world.
3-card Monty, 30s, a surly and unkempt exorcist wearing a priest's collar, perks up from his drink.
You do realize with magic, we're supposed to be discreet, right? I mean, as an exorcist, I've seen things. Godless things that haunt the nightmares of your nightmares, things that make you piss uncontrollably and take a big dump in your pants because you're, oh God.
The point is the public isn't meant to see what we see. Also, that pissing problem is because of your drinking problem.
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism.
It's fine. I covered it up with an illusionary glamour.
Exterior, Paris Day, flashback. People gaze at the dead elder god in bewilderment. Hector waves a hand.
Cloak of deceit, I beseech thee.
The elder god distorts and transforms into a deflated Garfield parade float. The crowd goes from bewildered to confused. Interior, the toil and trouble night, back to present. That's your line.
Keep playing it fast and loose like that, and the Bureau of Magical Affairs will bring the hammer down on you.
Yeah, take it from Necrotus over there.
He points to Necrotus, a creepy necromancer at the bar.
They punished him big time for resurrecting Buddy Holly to play for his wedding.
It just wasn't the same without the rest of the crickets.
He points to a seemingly normal-looking wizard.
Plasmadar couldn't get away with unauthorized alchemy. Plus, he's an interdimensional brain parasite.
The wizard turns his head to reveal a terrifying bug latched onto his temple.
Hey, Allie, what's shaking?
Ugh, we dated one time. He's only interested in my brain. Typical man.
And then there's my little run-in.
You banished Senator Ted Cruz to hell.
It was an honest mistake. I mean, Google his face and tell me he doesn't look like a butt goblin from the realm of the eternal sphincter. I'll wait.
Allie, I appreciate your concern, but you seem to be forgetting something.
Oh, what's that?
Hector jumps up on the table and stabs his finger into the air. Dramatic music and bravura kick in out of nowhere.
I am Hector Hex, defender of the mortal plane, silencer of evil, banisher of the occult.
Stand scuffling my tables. Sit your ass down, Hex. Hector sits back down.
I know what I'm doing. I learned magic from the finest institutions in all the realms. Where did you train again?
I'm self-taught, which means I don't need a fancy degree to know that I'm good at what I do. In fact, if you want to go head to head, hell, Plasmadar is coming over this way. Tell him I'm taking a dump.
She leaves the table. Plasmodiar approaches with a drink.
This has nothing to do with my host slowly dying, but I couldn't help but notice how the lights catch your eyes.
Still, wouldn't be the worst lay I've had in my life. Let's go, brain sucker.
Brr.
I was checking one thing before I move on here. Okay, yep, we're good. There we go. Back to the script. Exterior, Hex Manor Night, a Victorian-style mansion with an ornate skylight at the center of the roof. Interior, Hex Manor Foyer, continuous. Hector materializes in the front entrance.
Ah, my citadel of solitude. How I've missed your cold, drafty embrace.
A knock at the door.
What now?
He opens the door. Clark, 40s, suburban guy in every way, right down to the golf short tucked into his cargo shorts.
Hey, Heck, how's it going? Still making with the hocus pocus?
What is it, Clark? Don't tell me your children are having another fundraiser. My pantry is already engorged with overpriced chocolate bars.
No, I think I got some of mail of yours by mistake.
Clark unfurls a letter. The letter has a face, and it screams, "Attention, Hector Hex! You are summoned to appear before the Bureau of Magical Affairs for practicing sorcery without discretion and reckless endangerment!
I was battling an elder god!
Save it for the judge!"
Are we done?
Yes! Hector grabs the letter and crumples it up. Oh, please, no! Hector tosses it away.
Hey, buddy, can that thing feel pain?
Oh, yes.
Interior, Hex Manor Den. A gothic, later. A gothic and spacious den, like something out of Poe, with paintings and previous hex sorcerers. Hector and Clark sit in two high-backed chairs placed in front of a roaring fire. A demonic face appears in the fireplace and lashes at Clark.
Be mindful of the fireplace, or it will drag you to an unspeakable realm of torment.
Oh!
When in an enchanted manor, assume everything is alive and wants to kill you.
Hector pours Clark a brandy and they sit down.
So, I didn't realize there was a government office for magic.
A bunch of joyless bureaucratic drones with nothing better to do than stifle their betters.
It kind of makes sense. I have to go to City Hall for a permit just to install a toilet. Guys like you mess with space and time.
Look around you.
He gestures to the paintings of his ancestors, each one more severe looking than the last.
I come from a long line of great men, and I guarantee you they were not repressed by something as arbitrary as government regulation.
Take it from a guy who spent a lot of time in small claims court. Because I'm passionate! You got to appeal to the judge right away. One wrong move, and you're paying $500 for something unspeakable you did in a bird bath because of what bourbon does to you. Sip. Great bourbon, by the way.
No worry. I will simply make my case with candor and wit and...
Oh, shit, it's got me!
The fireplace has Clark by the leg and drags him out of his chair. Hector spritzes the creature with a little spray bottle.
No, bad fireplace.
Interior, downtown courthouse lobby, continuous. Well, that was edited. It's just supposed to be a news scene. My bad. Hector is standing in a giant group of people waiting for the elevator to arrive. Ding! All of the elevators arrive at once, and people scramble to get inside at lightning speed. They're all gone very quickly. Hector, alone, walks over to an open elevator shaft. Warning tape strapped across it. Hector waves his hand and the empty void opens up, revealing it to be a facade to a cavernous and grand hall. Interior downtown quarters, Bureau of Magical Affairs, continuous. A vast and ornate place with Gothic statues and insignias in place of the usual symbols of justice. Hector budges past other magical beings who are either arguing with their lawyers or complaining out loud.
And I says building codes my ass. Gingerbread's as good as anything for a house. It's a load-bearing suite.
Oh. Eric is the great wizard.
Oh, I'm sorry, I muted. I swear he shall not pass, and then he passed me. Don't screw with me on the 405.
Yes, I turned the doctor into bees, but look at this goddamn rhinoplasty and tell me you wouldn't have done the same. Interior downtown courthouse courtroom day. Judge Sylvia Superior, 70s, presides at her bench.
It is in the eyes of this court, even in a magic school, a hat is not qualified to judge a child's academic future.
Obviously Dumbledore with the sorting hat.
But what about whimsy?
What about all the identity complexes you spawned?
Fine. We'll go back to the old ways, letting the rich parents decide everything.
He scoops up the sorting hat and leaves. This is bullshit! Sorting hat. Judge Superior shuffles her papers.
Up next, the Bureau of Magical Affairs versus Hector Hex.
Hector steps up.
You are charged with reckless endangerment and practicing magic in plain sight of the public. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Very well.
In fact, it's the system that should be put on trial.
He takes a document out of his pocket.
Since time infinitum.
You're going to tell me that extraordinary times call for extraordinary men and they shouldn't be bound by mundane laws, yada, yada, yada. Am I on the right track?
Oh, hold on. Something went wrong. Something cut into my feed. 1 second here. Something's up. Okay. Sorry. Something weird happened to my feed. You guys can still see me, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
See ya.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Back good. Could you just say that last part again, Alyssa?
Am I on the right track?
Hector looks at his speech. Extraordinary pops up in several times in big, bold letters.
Not exactly.
Magic is incredibly volatile. That's why this bureau exists. Any moron could stumble on a magic wand and open a vortex or animate a bunch of mops into a sentient army. Need I remember how we dealt with David Copperfield?
She gestures to a snow globe on her bench. David Copperfield pleads from inside.
Release me!
Not after what you did to Lady Liberty. I'm sentencing you to mandatory remedial magic training at the Adult Learning Center in Burbank.
Absurd! I've practiced magic all my life.
Until you pass, you are forbidden from going on any quest, magical or otherwise. Unless you want to spend some quality time under glass.
Please release me!
She drops a handkerchief over him.
Release me!
He snores loudly. Oops. Hold up. Interior, Burbank Adult Learning Center, hallway, night. Hector slowly walks down the hall. Various classes full of normal people go on in their respective rooms with the doors wide open. He stops at a broom closet. He opens it. Nothing but cleaning supplies.
You have to say the words.
Digby, 18, clutching a ratty and overstuffed backpack. The poor kid is terribly skinny and pale, but desperately sweet.
Let me show you.
He leans into the keyhole.
Whisper to it all intimate-like. Ec pade festi me.
The door swings open.
You don't need to whisper to it, do you?
Time to enrich our minds.
Interior, Burbank Adult Learning Center, magic class, continuous. Hector enters, then stops when he hears a familiar voice.
You're late, Hector Hex.
It's Allie at the head of the class in teacher's attire.
Welcome to Remedial Magic 101.
End of Act 1. Act 2. Interior, Burbank Adult Learning Center, magic class, night. A piece of chalk agonizingly screeches on the board until it spells Professor Ali Kazam. Ali dusts her hand and addresses the class.
Greetings, class. My name is Professor Ali Kazam, and this is Remedial Magic 101. You're here to qualify for the legal practice of magic on 7 continents and 49 states of America.
9.
Anything goes in Florida, but the catch is you have to live in Florida. The whole state is a monkey's paw. Now for a roll. Let's see, Digby Duber Snatch.
Digby raises his hand.
Hello. Up until recently, I was an ordinary orphan living in my foster dad's crawl space when a beautiful fairy queen gave me the gift of magic and told me I was going to fulfill a prophecy that will decide the fate of the world.
Digby, this is the 4th time you've taken this class. Just say present.
Righto. Looking forward to embracing my destiny faster than you can say presto.
His sleeve bursts into flames.
Ah, that's actually a magic word. I thought it was like abracadabra.
Boom! Lightning strikes him, knocking him out of his seat.
I'm okay. Lightning put the fire out.
Ali scans to the next one. Chad Thompson, 40s, a perfectly ordinary suburban man.
Sir, are you in the right classroom?
Oh, shucks. Hold on. I'll get him. Sleep now, Chad Thompson of Middle Management. Make way for Bastaroth, Sower of Torment.
Chad transforms into Bastaroth, an oversized and fearful demon.
The world is so infested with wickedness and misdeeds that I could reside in perdition no longer. I shall gain my license and punish the sinful, no matter the cost. Can anyone loan me a number 2 pencil? I was unable to stop by the Dollar General today.
Jessica Nightfox, 18, a cheerful witch with a Valley Girl vibe whose cloak and hair are covered with plant life.
Jessica Nightfox?
I think Elise is on mute again.
She's frozen.
Jessica.
Frozen for me.
Uh-oh. Hold on, let me check.
Hi,
There we
I'm
go.
Jessica. I'm a green witch, and it's super. Oh,
You can start from the top there.
oh.
Yeah.
Internet issues.
Woo.
Hi, I'm
Live
Jessica.
theater.
Oh. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a green witch, and it's a super pleasure to meet you all.
Green Witch. Didn't you guys declare war on civilization because of the environment?
Yep. And I hope to get a license so I can form a bridge between our worlds and heal the planet. For my first gesture, I brought vegan brownies for everyone.
She throws everyone a brownie. Bastaroth eats his.
Jessica Nightfox, these brownies are so sinful, I should send you to hell.
Yay!
Yeah.
And last, and certainly not the least annoying, the one, the only Hector Hex.
Are there any other classes available? Preferably one with a less smug instructor.
Nope. Now, if we can all turn in our textbooks to page 1, Bassaroth, please read the introduction.
So, you want to learn magic. To get started, you need only follow these simple steps. Paragraph continued on next page.
Interior, the toil and trouble, night. Hector and Monty in their usual booth.
Remedial Magic 101. That's where I'm languishing.
Why not just sit back and breeze on through?
Hector Hex breezes through nothing. If it isn't death-defying challenge, I shall not roll out of bed. To be lorded over by someone so unqualified and boorish.
I'm sitting right here.
Allie, who has been sitting across from them the whole time.
And unlike you, I'm certified by the Bureau. So,
Why are you even teaching in the first place?
because some of us like to give back, and it sucks not to have the guidance when you need it. Not everyone has a daddy who could hire an enchanted squid to tutor them in their own mansion.
He was an octopus, and his name can't be pronounced by the human tongue.
Ugh. I'd pit what I got from the streets to your hoity-toity rich boy crap any day.
Oh, a challenge, eh? What say you we make it interesting? A duel, right here. I win, you give me free clearance through your little class. And if you win, you get whatever the hell you want.
Accepted. Monty!
Monty jumps up on the table.
Make way, you supernatural shitheads. We got ourselves a duel.
Everyone immediately drops what they're doing and rearranges the room. In no time at all, a platform forms at the center of the bar. Later, Hector and Allie at the center with their backs to each other. Monty stands nearby as moderator.
Okay, you know the rules. Choose one spell, take 5 paces, and fire. Whoever's still standing wins.
The other bar patrons clamor and start placing bets.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hector and Allie reach their respective ends, fingers twitching, ready to cast.
5.
They both spin around.
Winds of Wyverna!
Portable Forminus!
A portal opens up under Hector and he drops right into it. Another portal opens over a pool table and sends Hector crashing on top of it.
We have a winner.
Hector lies in a daze. Allie looms over him.
I'll expect you in class early tomorrow. Also, my prize.
She leans in and whispers in Hector's ear. His eyes go wide. Interior Burbank Adult Learning Center, hallway, night. Digby barely able to contain his excitement.
You want to be my mentor?
Yes. I thought I should take you under my wing because you have potential or whatever.
I knew this time was going to be different. This is an honor, master, senpai, boss.
Mr. Hex will do.
You got it, Mr. X.
He hugs Hector, who goes rigid, then scampers into class. Allie waiting outside the room.
You're loving this, aren't you?
Maybe. I mean, I woke up smiling and it just won't stop. Look.
She points at her smile. Interior Burbank Adult Learning Center, magic class, night. Everyone at their respective desks with an apple in front of them. Allie goes to them one by one.
Our first spell is a simple levitation charm. Bassaroth.
Bastaroth says the words with the appropriate gesture. The apple levitates a few inches.
Success! My goal of walking the earth and flaying the unrighteous grows nearer. Their screams will dance in my ears for days.
His phone dings.
Ah, crap, I gotta feed the meter.
He disappears in a plume of fire. Allie moves on to Jessica, whose apple is already levitating.
Very good.
The apple goes flying out the window at crazy speed.
I sent it to an empty hillside where it can grow into a mighty tree for future generations to bask in its shade.
They're all wax, Jessica.
Oh, bummer.
Allie moves on to Digby, who is very hesitant. Hector looms over his shoulder.
What are you waiting for? It's a simple movement and incantation.
See, I'm a little uncoordinated with my arms. I once tried pushing an elevator button, then poked a nun in the eye.
How?
It's a surprisingly long story. You see...
A child could cast this spell. Just do it.
Digby grits his teeth and makes the gesture. Then, interior Burbank Adult Learning Center, hallway. Later, a raging inferno inside the classroom.
You guys can go home. We'll pick up with chapter 2 in basic alchemy next class.
The rest of the class leaves. Hector takes Allie aside.
I wish to alter the deal.
It's a bet, not a deal. And you don't get to abandon your protege because of one little mistake.
He turned an apple into a burning maelstrom.
Yeah, you got your work cut out for you, Mr. Mentor.
I demand a rematch.
And when I win, what do I get exactly?
Set whatever terms you like. Now I know all your tricks.
Interior, the toil and trouble. Later, Allie alone on the platform. A portal opens up on the floor and it spits Hector right into the ceiling. He bounces off it and lands with a thud.
Okay. Now, if he doesn't pass, you don't pass. How's that for a trick?
End of Act 2. Act 3. Interior Hex Manor, den, night. Hector moping in one of his giant chairs. He draws his attention to one of the more judgmental pictures of his ancestors.
Oh, Father. It's a boon you're not alive to witness this humiliation. Your laughter would have been insufferable.
The doorbell rings.
Let's get this over with.
Interior Hex Manor, den, night. Hector addressing Digby, who sits eagerly behind a desk.
It's very straightforward. Move your fingers like so, and recite the incantation. Luftupa.
He points and shoots a bit of energy at a globe. It levitates in the air and onto his finger. He spins it casually.
Any questions?
Digby raises his hand.
Just ask it.
Is it true you sped time forward on a cosmic baby until it aged into a cosmic adult? And if so, why?
I wasn't about to fight a baby, no matter what species it was. Any other questions?
Was it hard letting a whole dimension kill you again and again until it got bored and left our universe alone?
That wasn't me.
Oh, do you think it would be hard?
Let's stay on topic, please.
Okay, one more question.
Is it about the spell?
Well, it's related to the spell.
Go ahead.
Why did you want to be my mentor?
It's not so much a want as a compulsion brought on by a nameless but very shrill magical entity with questionable fashion sense.
Neat. Truly, I am grateful, and I'm looking forward to you becoming the father I never had.
Absolutely not.
Very well, then I'll be the son you've never had.
My prerogative is that you not fail this class, and it starts with basic, rudimentary levitation spells.
But my fingers, remember what I said about the nun?
Digby, listen to me. And trust in yourself.
Stirred with newfound confidence, Digby cracks his knuckles, makes the finger gestures, and Interior Hex Manor Hall later. The study is consumed in a fiery inferno. Hector shuts the door.
I am so sorry about your study, Mr. X.
It's only a library with the secrets of the universe. Not like anyone would miss those.
Well, I mean, if they're actually secret, most people probably wouldn't miss them, right?
Shut up. It appears we must take more desperate measures.
Exterior suburban house, night. A charming suburban home. Hector and Digby at the front door. Hector rings the doorbell. Chad Thompson answers.
Well, boy, howdy. This is a surprise. What on the world are you two kooks doing in my neck of the woods?
We're here to speak to your roommate.
Oh, him. The thing is, we agreed tonight is gonna be a me night, and I...
Mr. Thompson!
What?
The universe is in peril.
Oh. Hold on.
He closes the door.
Sleep now, Chad Thompson of Middle Management. Make way for Basteroth, sower of torment.
A little poof of smoke seeps through the doorway. Basteroth steps out.
Sup?
Do you have any experience in devil's contracts?
Devil's contracts?
Well, hellfire and punishment is more my speciality, but I do dabble a little in nefarious bargains here and there. Even demons need to diversify. Come in and take off your shoes.
Interior Chad's home office later. A dot matrix printer slowly spits out the last page of a large contract. Basteroth takes the page and shuffles them in order.
So if you sign this contract, your deepest wish will come true for a price. Sorry, I'm supposed to do that after you sign. Oh, God. Pen?
He offers the pen to Digby.
What was the price again?
Hector impatiently looming over him.
It's only a small price to pay to practice magic like the greats.
Great like you?
No, not like me. A notch or two below, actually. Add that in somewhere.
Basteroth crosses over and rewrites some passages.
One more question. There isn't some clause of dramatic irony? You know, like, be careful for what you wish for?
What? No. It states it quite clearly that you shall be a great sorcerer, although inferior to Hector Hex, until
Bastroth slides the contract over and points to the big bold letters at the very end.
the day you die.
Nothing ominous about that. Here I go.
Digby begins to sign the contract. Then an anvil falls from above and smashes the desk in front of Digby.
Blast. Eugene, you're supposed to drop it after he signs the contract.
An open compartment in the ceiling.
It's so heavy, Mr. Bastaroth.
Your father was right to deny you screen time. It has made you weak. Weak! I can print out another draft if you'd like.
Hector leads Digby out the door.
Well, this is a dead end. Let's get the hell out of here.
They leave.
Jeez. I need to soothe my wounded pride. Alexa, play me the haunted cries of the damned.
Play Barry Manilow.
Mandy plays on the speakers. Interior apartment hallway night. Oh, okay. 1 second.
Gotta be careful with the products you talk about.
Alexa,
How did
Alexa,
that happen?
subscribe to Pack Theater on Twitch TV.
My headphones were on. How?
Not tight enough, apparently.
Just serving the cause, Mr. Bezos. Okay, this is his network. Okay, interior apartment hallway night. She's unplugged. She's not interrupting.
I'll have you know, as a humble exorcist, I would never harbor anything unseemly in my home.
Uh-huh. Who or what are you handcuffed to right now?
Monty opens the door, revealing a pulsating ball of tentacles.
Look, this isn't evil, it's a kink, okay? So don't judge me.
Denied. But if you help me, I'll shut up about it forever.
Fine.
Hector and Digby enter.
Oh, you might want to keep your shoes on.
Interior Monty's apartment continuous. Monty's apartment looks like a typical Slav bachelor apartment. Functional furniture, food containers everywhere.
So, you need a forbidden item for your little situation. I'll try to get something that isn't torture adjacent, but no promises.
No worries either.
Well, maybe a little bit of worries.
Monty opens a closet. All sorts of godless things try to escape. He reaches inside, feeling around, and pulls out a little burlap doll.
Okay, this ought to do it. Some voodoo to do for you too.
Interior Hex Manor Den night. Hector puts a little pair of glasses on the little doll.
Excellent. The resemblance is uncanny.
It's only a lumpy doll. It's all sad and pathetic and
Like I said, uncanny. Now, behold.
He holds up one of the doll's limbs. Digby involuntarily raises one of his arms. Hector raises another, and Digby copies.
This is kind of unsettling.
Later, Digby's fingers move methodically.
Lufthupe!
A chair lifts up.
I did it.
Finally. Problem solved. You can go home now.
But I didn't actually cast anything. You used that doll to manipulate me.
Yes. And when no one is looking, I can help you cast any spell you want. You pass the course.
Digby's face goes sour.
I don't think I want you to be my mentor anymore.
He storms off. Interior Hex Manor foyer continuous. Digby makes for the exit. Hector follows.
If the thought of an enchanted doll controlling your every move is upsetting, I'd promise not to use it for nefarious purposes.
Digby turns on him.
Mr. X, do you even love magic?
What kind of question is that?
Not long ago, I was like any orphan child in America, dancing for pennies and enlisting in science experiments to pay off my foster dad's gambling debts. But then I found magic, and I love it. I love the enchantment and how it makes the impossible possible. And to top it off, I get to be taught by the great Hector X, who, as it turns out, isn't quite so great. Just another bloke who does what he thinks he deserves.
Digby heads for the door and opens it.
I honestly don't know.
Digby turns around.
I was born into magic. It's always been there, so I don't know if I love it or not. I only know it's the one thing I can do. And if I lose that, I'm nothing, aren't I?
Digby doesn't move, pondering what he heard.
Is there any other way you can teach me that doesn't involve me selling my soul or getting cursed or surrendering my autonomy?
There is one, but no, it's too dangerous.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Too risky for me, you idiot! However, we have no choice. To the Montagenorium!
Interior Hex Manor, Montagenorium. Later, an empty room with marble floors. Hector and Digby stand in the middle.
The Montagenorium is a room in the manor where time skips across moments to complete a specific task. Days, months, years, they pass in a series of instances until the deed is done. Are you ready?
I could stand a bathroom
Too bad!
break. Ah!
The doors close and lock up. Never Say Die by King Cobra. It's not listening. It won't play King Cobra. Never Say Die by King Cobra begins to play as we go into a montage. Hector showing a series of charts to Digby. Digby nods and makes an attempt on an apple. Hector's pants fall down instead. Digby puts on a blindfold and makes magical gestures slowly like he's in a martial arts movie. Hector smacks him with a bamboo cane. Digby goes over down after 3 hits.
Ah!
Digby casting a spell on another apple. It goes straight through the floor like a bullet. Digby and Hector screwing around with lobsters in the kitchen like that scene in Annie Hall.
They're married.
Digby casts on an apple again. It sprouts teeth and gnaws through the wall. Beads of sweat on Digby's forehead as concentration on a lone book on a stool. Hector crosses his fingers. Digby makes the gesture with painful precision, and the book levitates. Hector and Digby celebrate with the Annie Hall lobster scene again. The demon apple bursts through a wall and chases after Digby. End montage. Interior Burbank Adult Learning Center, night. Digby casts the spell and levitates a piece of fruit. Allie marks it in her clipboard.
Well, good job, Digby. Keep it up.
She leans over to Hector.
Not bad, mentor.
David, I'm only doing what you were too unskilled to do yourself.
One lesson down, so many around the corner, complete with bonding, heartbreak, and bonding with heartbreak. Oh, look, the smiling's coming back.
She breaks into a grin and leaves. Digby looks over to Hector for approval. Hector gives a slight bow with his head. Bastroth taps him on the shoulder.
So, about that contract.
Digby attempts to grab the apple from the air. It remains suspended without budging. He tries to physically move it, but it remains stuck, leaving him dangling pathetically.
Keep it on file for now.
End of Act 3. End of show. Okay. We did it.
Woo!
Hold on. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, hold up. Oops. Hold on. I am so lost with this thing. Okay, cool. Well, that was Hector Hex, everybody. I'm glad. Thanks for everybody for watching, and thanks to my awesome cast for participating in this one. I'm so happy with everything that came down. I think we had a lot of fun. We also had, Amazon spying on this thing the whole time. So great. I guess we can count that as sponsorship, or I guess that these headphones are way more effective than I realized. So anyhow, this is the end of the show. Thanks everyone for coming. And does anybody here in our cast have anything to promote?
Just find us all on the socials, Got to get all those follow, like, subscribe.
At Brian Carey on Twitter. Let's go.
Ayla Glass on all platforms.
I'm at the Corch on Twitter. I don't know why I have that name. It's bad.
At Eric Wargo on all platforms as well. Eric with a K. With a K.
Oh,
Mike.
Brian
Bother
with an O,
me.
too.
Bother me on Twitter. I am the Ultimat, ULTAMATT, Ultimat.
Oh,
Uh,
no, sorry, please.
oh, I was gonna say Elisa McBear. I'm not gonna spell it.
Make you work for it. All right.
Figure it out.
I do
No,
have
my-
something to plug. Cobbler's Gulch. It's a podcast, episodic podcast. It's a fantasy story about a bunch of orphans that run around and do magical stuff. So go check it out.
You're at Cobbler's Gulch. Check it out. And I'm your lovely host, Andrew Parker Scott. You can find me at andrewparkerscott.com or for my writing in VO if you would like to hear more. You can find me on Twitter as Drucifer_9000. That's DREWCIFER_9000. You can find me. I welcome all followers. I don't judge you out loud. Anyhow, if you guys liked what you heard today, if you're intrigued with anything else the pack does, go to the pack website through this Twitch channel and maybe sign up for a comedy class or stick around. There's like 2 more shows tonight. I believe. Yes, I think it was a dark places or what have you. They're
Dark Matters.
Dark Matters. Yes.
Dark Matters.
I
The
like
wonderful
them.
paranormal comedy show that's on Pack Theater.
In the spirit of Art Bell, basically. It is so much fun that I forgot their freaking name because I am a narcissist. But we got a lot of shows. They do shows every day of the week. Tune in, stick around, okay? In the meantime, thank you for watching. This has been Pilot Dump with Hector Hex. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get this thing out.
Like, keep talking
And meeting.
till it's not live. No.